Hello, everybody, and welcome to another terrible evening in Barovia. I'm Jonathan Kenny, your game master for the evening. These are the Forget-Me-Nots. Lord, what happened last time? A lot happened last time.
What didn't happen?
What didn't happen last time? So, the Forget-Me-Nots, still in Kresk, at the Abbey, having just learned a terrible secret about Ireena, go and take care of a few more things. Has it really only been a week? It feels like it's been longer. They got some things from the Bellevues, some leftover artifacts and weapons and magical items to help them in their quest to take care of the werewolves and the monsters plaguing Kresk. There were a few. God, honestly, this it's all starting to blend together. Everything that happened in the Abbey. Chance might be turning into a werewolf. The party went down into town to take care of some last things. Oh yes, and they went to send a message to Van Richten, or Rictavio, as he's still going by, with using a Raven messenger for second chance to recognize the name that the Raven gave them as being from her past. But they did not try and force the issue because the Raven apparently just wanted to be let go. And they did. Oh god, I can't think of anything else. It was mostly just interpersonal drama. Let's be real.
As it always
we made
is.
it to the gate.
You made it. You just left Kresk. The burgomaster mentioned to be on the lookout for his son, who was missing. And you all started to make your way. No one's going to do it? Okay. You all start to head down the road. Here we go. Head down the road toward Lake Baratok, planning to hug the lake as you make your way up into the mountains of the Baratok and the Wolfrun to search for the monsters and the werewolves. So, that is where we will pick up. What are you all doing as you walk along the road?
Having an existential crisis.
Sure. When aren't we?
This is true. Keeping an eye out since we're back technically in the woods.
You are still moving along the path at the moment. It will be a few hours before you reach the Raven River and make your way around the coast of Lake Baratok. I've started saying it even more for some reason, and I really need to cut that out.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Bro. What's the... Yeah.
It is a very foggy, at this point, afternoon that you guys have left. The fog that obscured a lot of what happened this morning has not yet left. And doesn't completely obscure your vision, but there's not a lot of traffic. Not a lot of people along the road, and so the fog remains thick and heavy on the ground.
Remind me who we're with. It's just us, right? None of the...
Just you all and Ireena. The Bellevues with their guards killed could not assist you in this endeavor because they have to protect the
I thought
abbey.
Ireena stayed
I
behind.
thought Ireena was
No.
staying down.
She changed her mind.
Okay.
Like for dramatic effect, is that why?
Yes.
I would think so.
And where are we headed exactly?
Into Wolfrun, to the north of Kresk, looking for the monsters and the werewolves, and possibly also some aconite to make wolfsbane.
Okay, so we're not
That's what I'm here
on
for.
a quest to get wolfsbane. We're on a quest to go to the werewolves, and if we find wolfbane along the way, that's the goal. Because I thought we were headed to find the wolfbane first.
The Bellevues mentioned that aconite is usually found in rocky areas, and the foothills of the mountains to the north are probably a good place to look. So it's kind of two birds with one stone.
Okay, cool.
Clara's on a mission to get the aconite. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah,
I am
same.
also. I was one of the only ones that wanted to get it for the mayor's daughter anyway. I literally was like, what about this? And then everybody was like, whatever.
Oh, that's right. We have to get it for the mayor's daughter, too. And we're also
That's
on the
why I
lookout for
told
the
you we were...
burgomaster, for the burgomaster's son.
Yes.
Oh.
Ilya,
Yeah.
he said
That's
his
why I
name was.
told Burgomaster we were gonna do some gardening and we'd share the harvest. I was talking in code like a cool bitch.
Ooh.
I forgot about that.
A bountiful harvest.
So wait, if
Hi.
we didn't split up with the Bellevues, are we still taking the Lake's Edge path? That's what we're doing, right?
That is up to you guys. That was the original plan, but if you want to change your trajectory, that's perfectly fine.
And the Bellevues are also headed to where we're headed, and we're going to be...
No.
No, they stayed because all the
They-
guards dead.
no.
Okay. Gosh, man, all this is weirdly confusing. A lot of different plans happened at the same time.
Yeah.
We went from plan A to plan like
It's
D.
like 75,
Went from
Plan
plan
Q.
A to plan orange.
Yes.
literally. Okay, I think I have it all correct in my head now.
This is also good for anyone watching, so that they understand what the hell is going on.
Right.
At least someone should.
Someone should. If it isn't us, then hopefully it's them.
Yeah, for real.
Mayhap.
So,
So
we're heading.
do we want to continue on that original plan, or are we
Yes.
changing our trajectory?
No, yeah, we're gonna continue on that original.
No more changes.
No more-
Yeah, this is
Alright.
our plan. This is what we're doing.
I can't
Okay.
keep up with any more changes.
Yeah, same.
So, to reiterate the question, what are you all doing as you head down the road toward the Raven River and Lake Barovia? Now that we know what we're doing.
I think Clara definitely took some notes about aconite, where to find it, what to look for. So
Mhm.
she's got a little book in her hand. She's looking at that. She knows we're nowhere near to where we would find it, but she is hyperfixating.
Oh,
I'm
Aster,
probably
well,
just holding. Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say Aster would 100% hop on that and be like, well, if you look at my notes from here, and then, but also, I know the terrain and land is different, so maybe it would be actually growing in this region. Like, throwing all this additional information at you.
It would be very good to check all the areas we can. I mean, based on the climate and the time of year, where do you think is the most likely location?
I mean,
They
but,
gave us.
yeah,
In these two, I mean,
Didn't they give us
We're
the
just
name of the
we're
place?
just in our own little
yeah, they told us, like, the, like, rocky areas and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rocky, sandy area, Wolfrun.
Yeah, Aster has, like,
So we're
12
we're
pages
having,
out.
We're having special interest time.
Special interest
Yeah,
time.
they're having
Great.
special
Chance is
interest.
holding Guildenstern to her chest, just walking.
No, go ahead.
I am trying to look out for any return ravens that come by, as far as from Rictavio or Vindicted. And I'm just keeping an eye out on that, as well as keeping an eye out behind us.
Actually, you know what? Let me go grab my dice real quick. I know we have this
What?
stack, but
Hello?
I'm scared. Raise your hand if your
I
butthole is
don't.
clenched.
Oh, I'm always clenched, bestie.
He also has not flipped
This-
the coin for today.
Don't
Don't tell
remind
him.
him.
Why would you tell him?
Don't say it.
This stream brought to you by apple cider. Normal, regular apple cider.
Yeah,
Because
with
I'm evil.
nothing else
Jonathan.
in it.
Cough, cough.
Have you flipped your coin?
You are a chaos gremlin.
I am. Yes, 100%.
Curse you.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, go ahead and make me a secret perception check then, Prospero. Meanwhile, what about you, Reina?
Reyna's going to walk up alongside Ireena and just kind of walk with her for a minute to like gauge her vibe, and then kind of like lean down and be like, "So you came back?"
I did. The vibe isn't unfriendly. It's just, I guess you would say, standoffish a little bit.
Well, I'm sure I can speak for everyone when I say we are happy to have you here.
I'm sure it will be nice if someone else almost dies and I have to somehow tap into these magical powers again.
Right, those. And then she just stands, like walks awkwardly alongside her without saying anything else.
Yeah, there's a bit of an awkward silence. You know, when Ireena and Reina's first fight, you know. You all continue down the path for a while. Half of you having a great time talking about your special interest. The other half in existential crisis or awkward silence. There could not be a more yin-yang traveling group than what you are right now. The walk takes a few hours before you get towards the area where you see the bridge that leads over the Raven River. Prospero, keeping an eye out, is the first one to notice a familiar wagon trundling over the bridge.
Trundling?
Wasn't that wagon destroyed though?
Not that wagon. A different wagon that you saw
Wait,
a
Jenny
long time
Green
ago.
teeth? Is it green
Green
teeth?
teeth.
You do indeed see Jenny Greenteeth's wagon.
Oh my god,
trundling
Slay!
over the bridge.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's the old lady.
Which one?
The old lady. The oldest lady that we've met so far.
What if she, like, weirdly enough, has aconite just like in her little carriage? And we just don't have to worry about it.
Definitely go and
Acquire a
check.
trade
I'd say that
last
save us
time.
a trip, and then we just, go back.
That feels exception. That would beg a belief to me, honestly. But well, I don't think it would be the craziest thing that's happened to us. So
What if she has the third piece of this the ancient weapon we were finding? Who knows?
What if she has something super convenient?
I guess we'll see. Oh,
Hello?
we lost Chance.
Chance?
Chance ran off into the woods.
Chance, come back! No! Oh no,
Everybody's all messed up now.
you're a werewolf now.
Jonathan, what do eclipses do to werewolves? I'm curious.
This apparently.
Yeah.
This is what happens to werewolves when there's a lunar eclipse.
They lose their Wi-Fi.
They lose their.
Like, what happened?
So you all go running up to Jenny Greenteeth's wagon. It sounds like.
Enthusiastically.
enthusiastically. You kind of meet at the end of as she's like getting all the way over the bridge, comes to a stop, and you all come up, and you just hear. You don't even see her. You just hear her voice. Oh, well, if it isn't so good to see you all again.
It has been a weird few days. May we come in?
Oh, certainly. I'd love to hear if you have any new stories to share.
We have
And
a lot.
The flap at the back kind of like blows as if in a breeze and allows you to enter into the bigger on the inside.
It's bigger on the inside.
Whoa!
Guys,
If I
what
don't
if
let
she
them
has
get it out
dream
of-
bread? Guys, what if she has dream bread from Barovia and we all buy enough? And we have a Halloween episode. We're on Prospero's ship.
I want to dress up for the Halloween
maybe.
episode.
We all need to get dream bread right now.
There's
I want to get Rhino Horn.
It looks exactly the same as the last time you were in it, with knickknacks and
Paddywhacks?
paddywhacks everywhere, and there's a dog with a bone in it. No.
Huzzah!
You know we now have a new pet if there's a dog in the boat.
Nope, there is not a dog in the corner.
Can I have
New
a
pets,
can I have a new
please.
chicken, please?
No.
Can I get one new chicken,
There's
please?
the skeleton of a chicken in one corner.
You're mean.
But with all new different kinds of things, which is also just how you left it. You see Jenny Greenteeth in the back. As old as she was the last time you left her, and just as excited to see you all. It's like, yes, come in! Please take a look around if there's anything you have your eye on, and let me know if you want to trade for gold or stories.
I would like to go over to the dead chicken skeleton. And I want to see if it's necrotically alive like me.
You're a jerk.
As you go up to look at it, you see the skeleton jump, and it goes, and then promptly falls into a bunch of different bones, just like the skeleton falls apart.
Freaking Hey Hey is a skeleton.
Alright, you want this one, Aster? He's kind of alive.
It just fell apart though.
The rest of you
I'm
just
sure
kind
you
of see Jenny just like snickering in the corner.
I'm sure you could scoop up the bones, put it back together, and then he'd be alive again. For like a second.
Maybe.
If nothing, it would serve as a good alarm for camps. Just one loud, and then just.
And then he falls apart.
Aye.
Kind of like my mental status.
This maybe. Can we look around first? I'll consider it.
We peruse.
Jenny's wagon has pretty much anything that you could want in there if you're looking for anything. I'm not going to give you a list. It's just anything that is... she has a bit of a better stock than you might find in, say, Vallaki or Kresk, and you could get something that is a level above you if you have the coin for it. So anything 6th level and below. If you want to do it off screen, we can do that, but if you have anything in mind,
money do I have?
or if you were looking for, I know you said you guys were going to look for Aconite.
Yes. But also, sorry.
No, you go.
Aster lost his lantern when we tried to save the Martikovs from the winery, can he look for a new lantern? Cough, cough, nudge, nudge, kiss, kiss.
Absolutely. What kind of lantern do you find?
I feel like he looks for something with a bit of character, but is old. Nothing that, like, I feel like Jenny has a lot of unique knickknacks. A lot of oddities that we wouldn't normally see. It's not a standard thing.
You actually see, like, on one table what looks like a lantern, and you go to pick it up, and it's actually a fruit that is shaped like a lantern.
I hold on to it just in case. Let's see. Aster finds an old brass lined lantern with glass panes that kind of like starts pretty narrow at the top with like a hexagonal pattern and a nice like rounded handle, and it kind of opens out a little bit so it has a wider bottom and then comes to like that same like hexagonal like base with like a little lip to cover. And in the brass there's little cutouts of like starlight, and it has a little window that you can, like a little hatch that you open up with a little tiny little doorknob that you kind of and open it up.
Mhm.
It feels
I love.
different, not magical per se, but there's something about it that draws Aster's eye.
You hear Jenny pipe up and say, "Oh, very good eye you have there, Aster. I've been holding on to that one for quite a while."
Thank you. What you said money or a story, right?
Yes.
Okay. I could tell you what just happened in Kresk. Would like personal tensions of dear friends be good enough for you, or no, it's not your story, Ireena, it's our story. Oh, is that also wrong? Should I not do that one? I could tell you other things about me.
It depends on what you're going to say, Asta.
You could either give me 50 gold for it, or you could trade a story of, I'm feeling rather peckish for something beyond the mist today. Do you have any stories from your past?
Oh. Yeah, I do. Oh,
Clicks on the backstory.
opens backstory. Hello.
DM said, "Give everyone some backstory."
DM said give everyone some backstory. Okay. Okay. Thank God this is being recorded, because I'm gonna forget immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I grab like a stool, I like sit down. You guys shop. I'm gonna tell the story. Cross my legs, get a little seated.
Question. What? You said any type of items that we could look for.
Anything level 6 or lower that is common.
Okay. That was what I was about to ask. Alright.
Please continue, Aster.
Of course. So sometimes I get these dreams of things that later happen, but not always in the way that I perceive them. It's odd, and there was this one night where I awoke in my room in like a very like hot sweat, you know, like, and it's really weird when you have, anyway. The dream I had was odd because it was someone, it's like I saw someone from their perspective getting hurt and coming here, and by here I mean my place of residence at the time, to gain support. So it was like I was watching them pant and run their way to the orphanage because my caretaker is a furbolg of many hats, and so was looking for support. And at the time, I had told my roommate, my fellow orphan. That sounds like a weird thing to say. His name was Jiraiya. It was pretty cool. He was a little older than me. Anyway, it was about a week and a half later. We saw a like a half-elven man stumble his way to our orphanage, and of course, as it played out, Tadias, my caretaker, helped him out and took him in and cared for him. I didn't know why, and it continues. It hasn't happened since I got here, but I've had several dreams that have come true, and I don't know why.
Have you had any dreams since you've been here that came true?
No, I think I just said that last sentence right now, that I didn't see anything since I got here.
Fuck off.
But
all the way off.
I love that you asked me, because it showed me you were using your listening ears.
The gift of foresight is not something that is very common. I consider this more than sufficient payment. You may keep the fruit as well.
Oh, heck yeah! I just thought it was cool.
So you can add one fancy lantern, and I'll give you a glowing lantern fruit as well.
I would like to. Prof Bro's just gonna be looking around up and down, and he's gonna see this. And he's gonna see this bundle. It's wrapped in like it's actually pretty neatly wrapped in like a bow. And it's this like big floofy square, right?
Mhm.
And he's like, and he touches it and he goes, oh, 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 Clara.
Is it?
Clara.
What are you doing?
Clara, come
Huh?
here, come here.
What?
Touch this. Feel how soft.
That's very nice.
Think of
That
like,
could not be a pet.
I don't think so. It's not breathing. I think it's just it looks like a blanket or a cloak of some sort, but it's so soft. It's so soft. Oh my goodness.
It's even softer than Chance.
Well, I mean, I don't
Missing
really
half
go
my
out of my
fur.
way. I don't really go out of my way to touch Chance at all, but like this is very soft.
Well, then buy it, or
That's wonderful.
give her a story for it, if you like it.
I'm thinking about it. What are you thinking of buying?
Who, me? I didn't see anything here that I really want.
Remind me, DM, was it Quicksilver that Rictavio gave me for like per thing? Per attack, per attack.
Something like that.
Yeah. But do you know what I'm referencing
I do
as far as
not.
the item? Huh?
I do not. Silver Sheen is what he gave you.
Silver Sheen. The thing that I was referencing is the Cloak of Feline Rest.
Oh, those are
yes.
nice.
Now it-
Chance actually has that.
Do you?
Yes,
Oh, all right. Well,
it's nice. Get one.
it is nice. This is very nice. And then he looks over and he just goes, "Oh wait, bullets! How do you have bullets?"
Oh, I get all kinds of things from beyond the mist. Plenty of adventurers come through here with devices similar to yours.
You've had the biggest stock by a long shot, more than anyone else that I've seen. You've got stuff here that does shit.
What can I say?
Does she have? Sorry. Does she?
What have you go?
Does she have any alchemical recipes, and what kind would she have?
Anything 6th level or lower that's common.
I don't know how to look for recipes for alchemical goods. I only see the alchemical items.
I believe the recipe is the same level as the
Oh, tight.
the ingredients. So
I can't find it. I think it's. I don't know if it's common item or not. But dust of tracelessness. I've been trying to find what. Like, I know it's a wondrous item, but it doesn't say if it's common or what.
might be looking at 1st edition. $20 gold for that cloak, by the way. Yeah, that's a 1st edition item, not a 2nd edition item.
Okay.
Chance.
Can I assume that she has like a bowl of crystals?
Absolutely.
All
different colors and shapes.
Raina's
Rough and cut.
Ooh! She's got smooth and rough? Okay. She's gonna start sifting through the bowl of crystals and picking them up in her hands.
Anything that catches your fancy, dear.
You know, I don't have any more crystals anymore. And I was thinking of reviving my collection. I do very much like this rose quartz. It's nice.
I could be convinced to let that go for is it a rough or a smooth one?
Smooth.
I could be convinced to let it go for 25 silver. Or a small story.
What kind of story do you want to hear?
From you? Why don't we say, looks between you and Ireena, and then just kind of like throws it off as like, no, that would be too expensive. Maybe something. Oh, I do love when the Vistani go all different kinds of places. Tell me somewhere that you've been that I would never have been to.
Have you ever been to Exandria?
No, I can't say I have.
There's this town in Exandria called Marquette, and it's just sand. And I've never seen anything like it. It's sand as far as you can see. And it's hot.
Ugh. You see her
Yeah.
kind of shiver at the thought.
We walked for so long through the dunes, through the sand, just to get to some sort of civilization. And we were nearly dehydrated and on the ground before we finally found a small town that gave us aid and took us in and nursed us back to health. If you're ever traveling around Exandria, I would not recommend Marquette.
No. I'm not a very big fan of sand heat like that.
Yes, neither am I.
I'm much more comfortable in Barovia.
Are you?
Oh yes, I've been here for a long, long time plying my trade.
You'd prefer Barovia over the things you've seen beyond the mist?
For all of its negatives, it is still my home. And when you get to be my age, well, nothing quite feels like home as home does.
Perhaps. But sometimes I do miss the warmness of the sun. Do you remember how that feels?
It's been quite a few years. But you can just go whenever you feel like it.
Yes, I can.
Must be nice. And she kind of like waves her fingers at you as if to say, like, you can have the quartz.
Woohoo, I got a rose quartz.
Can I make a request for an uncommon item, but of level 3?
What might it be?
I am looking for an item for a dear friend of ours, and it is called the Lady's Chalice. For a very special, lovely cleric of ours.
Oh, yeah. I know why you're asking for it,
Yes.
but I'm going to change it a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you do what you need to.
You're kind of looking around at other things. I guess Aster kind of has I'm going to get a gift for someone. Kind of, yeah, just little positive gremlin energy.
And pebbling.
I'm going to get her. And you find this beautiful silver chalice that has a similar or a familiar triptych on it. The same one that you can see elsewhere in this wagon of the three ladies on the chalice.
Clara, hey, I found something for you.
What is that?
It felt
It's beautiful.
a little special, and I feel like, though it's not your patron deity,
Oh yes, that would be very good for someone of Clara's bent. Oh, I've had that one even longer than I can remember. And I can remember quite a lot.
What is its purpose?
It can give you some holy water. Once a day.
That is rather useful.
Very useful in a place like Barovia. I've been keeping it around for, well, I wouldn't say a rainy day, because we have plenty of those. But I could be convinced to let it go for 60 gold, or some manner of tale.
well, this is a gift, so I could pay it.
You don't have to do that.
But I wanted to.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Of course.
Such kindness.
I assumed I can't tell another story, so I could just give you 60 gold.
If you have another story that you have in mind,
Can Aster pull another one out of his ass? I don't know.
While he's
It
thinking
is,
of that,
It is a bit more expensive, though, so I'd expect a much more interesting story.
while he's doing that, Clara holds up a dark blue colored book and a small scroll. One of them is the Tome of Restorative Cleansing, and the other is a recipe for Mistform Elixir. Because, I don't know, I have a crafting skill, I guess. I could
Okay.
maybe try to make it. I don't know what that entails. I don't have alchemy.
130 gold for that tome.
Yeah.
And for the recipe... What recipe
What
did
would
you
I-
say it was?
Mistform Elixir. You drink it and it makes you concealed. Would I need like an alchemy kit to make stuff like that?
Yes.
I also would like to buy me.
9 gold for the mist form elixir, and for an alchemical kit, we'll say as soon as I can find it, I'll let you know.
I picked up that crafting skill, and by God, I'm gonna use it for something other
My
than knitting.
God!
Raina's gonna pick up a tiger's eye and be like, "Can I have this too?"
Certainly.
Yes.
5 gold for a mobile alchemist's lab.
That all sounds reasonable to me. Would you like a story from outside the mist or
Oh,
from our
yes,
travels?
I do so love stories from outside the mist.
Alright. It's a happy memory and one of the more rebellious things we did. When I was very young, probably no more than like 8 years old or so, I and my friend Liliana had a secret. There were many like stray cats in our village, and one of them had snuck in to my neighbor's grain storage and had a litter of kittens. Well, my neighbor had no idea that the mama cat was there, and we were very careful about it. We managed to hide it until the kittens were old enough to leave their mama. And oh, our parents were furious. What were we going to do with a bunch of animals? We were a poor village as it was, but... Well, we cried and we pleaded, as, children want to do. I already had the cat at home. The namesake for my little dark friend here. Scratcha, 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 scratcha. But Lily's parents were convinced. Not kittens, but they took their mama. Their shop needed a rodent catcher, and as far as I know, if Mama Cat is still alive. It outlived Lily.
How very interesting.
She was so sweet.
I consider that very good payment.
Um, 144 gold total. I think that's a lot.
Make an sense motive check. Secret.
That's That's perception.
Yes, perception.
Secret.
Secret. Yeah. I mean, it's a little expensive, but
Sorry,
it
sorry,
seems-
not-
Also, you're breaking up again, Robin, a little bit.
A little pricey, but seems like a good trade. And she hands over those things for you. It should be in your inventory now.
You said we might be able to find something uncommon?
Might.
Might. Specifically, I'm looking for a Lantern of Revealing. It is uncommon.
Again, I think you're looking in the first edition stuff.
Oh, dang it.
Prospero has basically just been like curio shopping and just kind of grabbing anything that like strikes his fancy.
Why is the Alchemist's Lab a bulk 6?
It is a lot of equipment to make alchemy stuff. It's essentially like a portable lab.
So he grabs this interesting little thing with like he grabs this little interesting little gem with like a feather in it, and then he grabs the cloak of feline rest. He grabs some bullets.
Yeah.
He
It's way heavy for me.
grabs some bullets. An indeterminate amount. I will let you decide.
Mhm.
He grabs a bottle of that silver sheen stuff because he knows what it looks like. He's like, oh, I want that. He grabs this little brass ring, and it looks like it's got like little tiny like what looks like mouths on it. And he grabs that and he puts it in his hand. And he finds one particular like powder cartridge with no bullet, but it's really shiny, and he's like, I wonder what the fuck this does, and he grabs it, he puts it in his hand, and then he finds the shiniest copper penny that has ever copper pennied in his entire freaking life, and he grabs it and he puts it in his hand, and he goes, all right, I got this stuff. How much does it cost?
Tell me what it is.
Book of Feline Rest.
Uh-huh.
Feather Stepstone. I typed in rounds, and that's basically what came up is just crystal rounds. Silver Sheen, Ventriloquist's Ring, Energized Cartridge 1, and then Copper Penny.
Alright. Oh, you're going to make an old woman do maths. Give me just a moment.
But I'm good for it. You know this.
30, it's 50, it's 110.
Hey, is your full name actually Jenathan? Is that your full name?
No.
Swear if you get us kicked out of this wagon, you little shit, I'm gonna fucking...
Why are you yelling at me? I was just thinking about it.
No!
You just look like a Jenathan
Dad.
for some reason.
Dad.
Now I'm going to have to do the math all over again. You're on your first strike, young rat man.
I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go peruse the wares.
30, 50, 110, 20. We'd call it an even 150 gold for it all.
150 gold, you say? Alright.
You would have to have a very good story for me if you want to trade for that much.
I don't know if it'll meet the whole amount, but let's see how we can run this. Allow me to tell you the tale of how I obtained the sea's ivory horn. We were in port in Cordova once upon a time, and we had heard a rumor that there was this new treasure about. It was called the Ivory Horn of the Sea, Sea's Ivory Horn. It traveled around a couple of times, and the name got mixed up and jumbled around. Unimportant. All who went to go and find it weren't returning back to the port. So naturally, my crew and I thought, that seems interesting. We should go try that. We should go try and find that horn. So,
Well, I'm sure it went very well.
I actually did. I'm still here. Little bit of a spoiler for the ending, I suppose. Anyway.
I'll have to knock down a few gold for that spoiler, but continue.
Anyway, we set out to sea. It was in the Cerulean Blue, actually. Cerulean Blue. Wait, is Cerulean Blue? I forget. All right. It was in the Cerulean Blue, and we were sailing island to island through the chains, and we couldn't seem to find wherever the hell these ships were ending up. Usually, when ships end up sunk, they at least some of the wreckage ends up on an island somewhere, and so we've went island, nothing.
Naturally.
We were on the southern chain. We stumbled upon this man who had seen what had happened to one of the ships. Cerulean Blue sucked it down into the fucking water.
Oh, how terrible.
Aye. The question is, what the fuck manner of beastie was this protecting the Cerulean Blue? So, we circled around in sails, just around the chains, for a day, 2 days, 3 days. Nothing. Whole lot of just dead calm or just waves. Caught a lot of fish, but I mean, who the fuck needs fish when you can have treasure? So, one day, the boatswain actually calls me out to the bow of the ship. He goes, "Captain." I say, "Aye." He goes, "You might want to come take a look at this." He goes, "What's that?" And I look down. There's a little something poking out of the water. Now, it was kind of known throughout the seas that the Gold Legrand, my ship, was the fastest fucking pirate ship around. The sail calibrations were immaculate, and so on and so forth.
Naturally.
Aye, it's the Gold Legrand. It was the greatest ship in all of Cordova. Anyway, I go, I don't know what the fuck that is. And so, I do what anyone naturally did at the time, and I shot it. And it got mad. Turns out, that fucker was chasing us for days, and it poked its head out. I call it the Horn of the Ivory Seas because this fucking thing had Well, not the Horn of the Ivory Seas. I told you, the names got mixed up a lot. They called it the Ivory Horn of the Seas because this fucking thing had a huge fucking ivory horn on the front of its mouth.
I see. How amusing.
So naturally, we were being chased. And a large, grandiose battle ensued. You wouldn't believe how many cannon rounds we actually wasted on this thing. So much cannon fire, and it just kept bouncing off the scales of this fucking creature. We couldn't fucking make a dent in this thing. So I thought about it. Why is it chasing us? Aside from the fact that I just shot it. Is it food? No. No, it can't just be food, is it? I realized it's for sport. We're the prey, and it's just playing a game with us. This is part of the game. And I said, all right, it's time to turn tables on this here beastie. There's a crevasse in between the eastern and northern chains. It's just big enough for a ship to go through. It, however, is not big enough for this beastie to pass through. So I told my men, full speed toward the crevasse. My men were locked focused. Men and women, of course. I was equal opportunity employer
Yes,
on my
course.
I use men as a general term. We should really correct that. I whatever. Anyway, I told my crew straight toward the crevasse. They were laser focused. I had never seen them so severely motivated in their entire life not to die that day.
I would be too.
We grazed just barely against the rocks of this crevasse. But the beastie couldn't make it through. It wailed one last time at us, and we fired all the rounds inside of its fleshy mouth. And that is how we got the Ivory Horn of the Seas.
Everyone claps.
The whole cart.
Yeah, just very nice golf claps.
The dead chicken is clapping.
Good job, Grandpa. Proud of
Very
you.
nice. Very nice.
Stories are amazing.
The production value could use a bit, but still very good.
There's a firework on that shelf if you want to set that off next time.
No, please.
Oh,
inside.
what did you mean by production value?
Don't worry about it. We'll say the price has gone down to 50 gold for everything.
He can most certainly do that. Let me see here. Do I actually have 50
We'll
gold?
say
I do. I actually could have paid out the whole 150. 30 rounds? Beautiful.
30 rounds, and then you can add all of those things.
I have a few, but I don't know. I know I can't afford them all. But it's chance. She's probably just grabbed a handful of things that are shiny. She brings up a...
I have money if you need help.
Tell me if they're allowed first. I've got the Chime of Opening is a common, I believe. Let me double check. No, it is uncommon. Broom of Flying, just because I thought it was amusing. A Skeleton Key, and a Dreamstone. The Dreamstone and the Chime of Opening are both uncommon.
Dreamstone, Chime of Opening, and what was the third one?
Broom of Flying and Skeleton Key.
Skeleton Key. I'll say the Skeleton Key is there.
Okay.
Broom of Flying is there.
Okay.
The Dreamstone is not. That is too high
Yeah,
level.
I kind of figured.
For next time.
Actually, the Broom of Flying is not there either because it's a level 12 item.
Oh, dang it. Sorry. Alright.
But the Chime of Opening and the Skeleton Key are there.
Okay.
She looks over what you brought over to her, nice and shiny, and says, "You have expensive tastes, dearie. That would be 160. Sorry, 360 gold altogether."
I think I only need one of these. Which one would you recommend?
Well, if you're sticky fingers, both of them would be helpful for you, but the skeleton key would potentially last you longer than the chime.
Okay. So
It's also a bit cheaper.
I am poor.
That would be 125 for the skeleton key. Or a very good story. Something I can really savor.
Afraid I don't have very happy stories.
Oh, happy isn't necessary. I take sad and terrible stories alike. I don't judge.
I mean, there was one time when I was younger. I've always been bad about taking shiny things. They weren't really shiny, I guess. I was just kind of annoyed and bored. I kind of took everybody's left shoe and hid it around the areas. And, well, I hid most of them. Some of them I kept. But it's not, I don't know, it's not really a story, I guess. It's just where I got caught. I always get caught. But it was amusing. It made things not as bad, I guess. I know I'm not great at telling stories. It's not my forte. I can't be Prospero over there. I mean, like, you know, he's got all these heisty adventures.
Oh, I don't need you to be as charismatic as your little swashbuckler friend over there. I just need something that I can... It's not the way you tell the story. It's what the story's about that I want to know.
Like the cat that outlived my best friend.
Yes, very interesting. And a sea monster that you managed to steal the horn off of. Delicious.
I did still
Fortune telling.
can't do that.
Sublime. Stealing shoes? Not so much.
How about the time I died?
Ooh. Now that sounds very good.
She grabs the chime, the chime of opening back, and puts them together. As I said, always have had, you know, an affinity for shiny things and just interesting, weird things. This one wasn't really shiny. It wasn't interesting. It was just out of place. It was just a rock. I took it. And nothing really happened immediately, but then all of a sudden the entire place was after me. I used to live with the druids. And I ran, kept running, but was caught by Ludmilla. Apparently I've stolen something directly from the Lord of this land. Or Lady of this land, sorry. I don't know why it was just a rock. Apparently she didn't like that. I don't remember much after that except for waking up with all these crazy people.
What color was the stone?
I don't remember what color was the stone.
I believe it was yellow.
Okay.
I
It's a yellow,
could
which
be
is-
misremembering that, but
It was an odd color, just why it seemed out of place. It didn't match everything else around it.
it was mist blue.
Mist blue. Okay.
Mist blue. You see, everybody make me secret sense motive checks.
My brain just went. What is the sense motive?
Perception.
Perception. My brain.
Did you say blind? I'm sorry.
Oh
Yes,
crap!
secret.
Sorry. Let me roll it again. There we go.
Most of you are like, oh, that's an interesting story, and you can tell that she's clearly interested in the story because it's a very good story. You know, somebody dying doesn't happen every day. Chance, you can tell the question she asked, she has some. She has a personal reason for asking about the stone. You don't know what it is, but you can tell that got her interest more than any other part of the story. Before you can really do anything with it, though, she says, I think that's more than enough payment for both of them. Skeleton key and the chime of opening are yours.
Can I lean in really quick? Like, can you throw in the chicken?
She just grins, and her slightly off-kilter teeth just are in your face, and she says, oh, certainly.
Also, I don't want the stone anymore. But can you at least tell me what it is?
Make a secret diplomacy check. As she pushes the things across the counter to you, she leans in very close. You can feel her breath on your neck through your fur, hot and moist. And she whispers, something very important to this land. The druids had it for a reason. Something very dear to Strahda. Part of why she is the lady of this land.
I have a feeling it would be in better hands not being in the druid's hands.
Forest folk have lost their way from the old way. They worship the land, and Strahda is the land.
I agree, they've lost their way.
She leans back away from you and says, I do hope that you enjoy, with your sticky fingers, the spoils of your story.
I'll take my things, and then I go over and pick up the chicken.
It is still like in pieces on the ground.
Shove them in my sleeves.
Ginny, I know I bought just a number of things from you, but as you can see, I'm kind of holding them in my hands. Do you have something that can hold a lot of stuff?
Yeah, this alchemy stuff is really, really heavy.
I still have some room in my sleeves.
Did we not buy a bag of holding?
I have
we
one.
did.
I have one. I just there's a lot of things in here. Let me check.
Yeah, the alchemy,
she would have
the alchemy kit.
more bags of holding if you want.
I was actually
How much?
I like the way I present myself. Do you have something like akin to magical sleeves or something like that? I don't know.
Oh yes, of course.
Wait, you could put stuff in mine. I have a lot of room.
You
Would
could
you mind
literally
taking
fit
the
the
alchemy
entire
lab?
alchemy lab into the bag of holding.
I'll give the alchemy lab to Aster to hold in his holding.
I'm holding.
I
Even
trust
a
him with
type
it.
1 bag of holding has a capacity of 25 bulk.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6, so can you hold it for me?
Yeah.
Alchemy
Okay.
lab.
Sleeves of storage, you would say
Can I add that to my inventory?
100 gold for sleeves of storage if you're looking for something that's a little
You know
more
what?
daring.
I have plenty of story to share, but I'm not ready to share all of them, so I will just pay you the gold.
She loose robe with wide voluminous sleeves, and she says, "I'll give you the whole robe, but you can affix them to whatever it is that you like to wear."
Oh, thank you very much.
Just Prospero and Chance with big flowing sleeves full of stuff.
It's called an alchemy lab.
Alchemy lab.
Alchemist's lab.
Alchemist lab. Is it the expanded one
Alchemist's
or
lab.
no?
No, just the regular one.
Just the regular one. Oh, she thick. All right.
She do
Yeah,
be thick.
I was not expecting that.
Did
So I
we ask
appreciate
about
you.
the werewolf stuff?
You did not yet.
What's it called again?
Alchemy lab might also be good for brewing the fucking potion that we have to do.
It's true.
Oh, we might be able to find it here. That's what I was asking.
You haven't asked yet.
Yeah. Chance will actually go back up to Jenny and be like, and just unwrap her arm. It's like, do you have anything for this?
Oh, you poor thing. I'm afraid Wolfsbane is a little out of my reach at the moment.
You happen to know, like, we've been told a general area, but do you know exactly
You
where it
could
is?
certainly find aconite within the mountains of Lake Baratok. If you cannot find anything there, there might be some down to the south. Mount Gakis is also rife with aconite and other plants that grow in rocky environments.
Just
It's
wrap
good
it
to
back
know.
up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been interested in going to see Mount Gakis. On the
Do
map,
be
they saw-
careful, though. I hope that you have some healing on hand when you attempt to cure yourself. It can be quite dangerous.
I am the healing that she has on hand.
I hope that you're up to the task then.
Could you elaborate on that?
Wolfsbane is
Cure or
certainly
also-
a... It's
It
less
works
a
like a poison,
curative
is it not?
and more a purgative. And they tend to have less than savory effects on the body.
It's like chemotherapy.
Very few people survive the cure for lycanthropy.
Plants will.
Metatextually, Wolfsbane, over the course of 3 minutes, deals 48 d6 damage
48?
over 3 minutes.
That's it. I'm just gonna become a werewolf. Just screw it. That'll literally kill me.
No. No.
But it's over 3 minutes, you said, didn't you?
No.
When she says it is dangerous, she means it is dangerous.
I've got 2 level heal spells now, and when I use a 3 level 2 action heal spell, it is like 48 plus 16. Fuck you.
Not 48. Not
She's living.
48 hit points. 48 sick. What is it?
48 d6.
Yeah. I used to do that damage in a
wanna-
diving strike. I know what that is.
That's it's like an average of 150 damage. Like
So crazy, though, Bestie. That's so crazy.
If I prepare every spell that I have as healing, and then also we have potions and also elixir of life, you're not becoming a werewolf. It's simply not going to happen.
Just tie me up every full moon. We'll be
It's
fine.
no. No, I said no. We're gonna cure you. Because I said so. Fuck it. And fuck Jonathan.
if anyone can do it, it would be you all.
I'm simply not letting it happen.
No, but you do understand this means that there's no hope for the other that we have to heal, right?
Well, there's always going to be hope. It's just going to be slim, and we're going to have to try.
Acting in the face of adversity is better than laying down and dying.
Is there anything else that you wanted, dearies?
Oh, look at Raina. Didn't you want something?
Raina's gonna. Who was it that had the dream bread last time? Aster and Clara.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna be like, remember that bread that you guys ate and then tripped absolute balls on? Wouldn't it be fun? And hear me out on this.
So wouldn't it be just so silly?
If we all bought one for ourselves and we took it one night and we all tripped balls together. Anyways, can I have 6? Is there 6 of us? 6 dream breads?
What does it
7 if you
mean
count Ireena.
to trip balls?
7 if you count Ireena.
7 then.
Like, really big, and do you, like, fall over them? Or is this, like, a metaphor?
It's sort of a metaphor for doing drugs.
Was the bread drugs? Did I do drugs?
It was
That's
magic!
To be determined, but I think we should figure it out. That
Also,
sounds-
it might be a little bit of drugs.
I see that you've partaken of Morgantha's pastries. I can't say that I brought any fresh with me from Barovia, but I could certainly, if you're that set on it, go and find some. I do know where Granny lives.
I think it just would be fun, and I would appreciate it. Sometimes it's fun to just lose your mind.
If you're set on this course, I'll go and see what I can rustle up.
Wonderful, thank you.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Looks.
But if
Or
you
do not-
do,
We're not
do
telling
them
you what to do.
responsibly, not
We're not
sponsored.
telling you what to do, but we do not condone the use of illicit drugs.
Unsafely.
We do not
Without-
condone the use of illicit drugs in real life.
All right, fine.
I'm just a rat, guys. Okay,
She's just a rat.
just a
okay?
rat. I don't know what I'm talking
She's
about.
a little rat.
Not sponsored.
She kind of looks around at you all, expectantly, like just making sure that you're all done.
There's a few things I want to grab, but like we can talk about it after.
Sure.
Nice.
She says, well then, I guess I need to go and get some pastries for you all. Could you tell me where you're headed so that I can make sure it gets to you on time?
I unfold the map from my bag and I lay it out and I go, we're over here, going to Wolfrun, but then we're gonna go back to Kresk, and then maybe after that we're gonna go. Let's just say Kresk. Unless you're gonna like carry your pigeon to like Wolfrun.
I hope you don't expect me to go trundling through the forest off the beaten path. An old crone like me could never make my way that far.
Could a raven carry them for you?
They're not terribly large pastries.
Also, you carry like you carry gun ammo. I think you'll be fine.
Certainly.
There's a shotgun on the wall. Right?
Oh. Had a rocking chair in the corner.
Yeah.
What do you have? A shotgun!
No!
Does she have any like armature wire?
Aster taking it off the wall and cocking it.
She's like, don't touch that.
Like that.
Does she have any armature wire? I have an idea for the chicken.
Sure. That's not even worth a silver. In that case, she says, well, I need to go and get what you want, so poof poof, out you go. I've got a bit of a ride back to Barovia.
Alright. Travel safe.
I hope to see you again very soon. And you all exit the cart, and she does a very awkward, like, it's not even a K-turn, because she has to, like, go off the trail, and, like, the wagons as the donkeys pull it around to go back the way she just came from, over the bridge, leaving you all alone, ready to head out along the river up Lake Baratok. But that is where we're going to take a quick break here. We will see you all back in 10-ish minutes, at like 10:40. So, see you all again very soon.
We love a shopping episode.
Yay.
Ciao.
Hello and welcome back. Some game groups yell before they get back from break. We just make fucking Fortnite dances and dabs. Yeah, that's it. It's not as interesting, but you know.
I
Never
can
mind,
start
this is-
yelling. Don't
No,
tempt me.
That's fine.
I will
I
say
can
inappropriate
start
things
yelling.
on stream. I will say
Yeah.
inappropriate things about
What do you want me
stream.
to say right
You
now? I'll say
already
anything.
do that.
I will make this a 18 plus stream right now.
Yeah, same. And you know we
Let's-
Not
can.
wearing pants.
Let's keep it like one tier below Deadpool. I think is usually what I feel like is.
But what you're
Anyway.
saying is that the pirate episode is the hot tub stream. Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rippers,
And we will be drinking. All of us will be drinking
It
for
won't
that
do
stream.
anything to me.
I'm gonna go grab
Okay, well
right
then
now.
you
Allowed
can fake
Technically,
drink.
you're not allowed to
Still have
drink
something
on
delicious.
stream.
I would
Okay,
never.
then we won't be drinking. We'll be drinking.
All I have is orange
water.
juice. Orange
It's
juice.
like that, yeah.
Apple cider for Halloween.
I
Yeah,
don't
that.
remember what show it was, but it was a British show, and the guy just pulled out a can that said water, and he poured it out, and it was very clearly beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
I met.
Yeah. Anyways, if anybody wants
Anyway.
to tune in for my special birthday episode,
your special birthday episode.
You don't get a birthday episode.
I'm so special that I get my own birthday episode.
No, you don't. Liar.
I am
You
special.
all start to make your way
Make my way.
up the Raven River toward Lake Battletalk.
Guys, come on.
Stepping off of the roads of Barovia, I think, for the first time since you've been here. I would like everyone. Oh, I should have had this one up. I believe it would be. I'm never prepared. This is going to be secret survival checks from you all. Pull-as while I look up the actual thing. Where are you?
My survival is pretty.
There it
good.
is, the dashboard. As you are at this point, mostly just since you've stepped off the path, you do have a very easy go of it since you are following the river and the coast of the lake. But you are also looking for evidence of passing wolves and things like that. So we're seeing how good you are at tracking.
Tracking? I have tracking goggles.
So you get a +1 to your roll.
Okay, well, you didn't sound very excited about it, so.
Not the +1 is very helpful a lot of the time. I only see 3 survival checks so far.
I'm working on it! Why doesn't it add my goggles?
What were you got?
You said secret, right? I'm
Ooh.
sorry.
Yes, secret.
Thank you. Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
I'm not!
I'm sensitive!
Oh,
I'm sorry, Dad.
no, you're not. So, going off the beaten path. It is still very foggy. The hour starts to creep on. You've been walking a solid half of the day at this point. I'll say, Clara, roll me a d20.
Oh boy. I've
You all follow the coast of the lake, which makes the going fairly easy. Very difficult to get lost in these scenarios, and there's really nothing that would ever get you far away from the coast of the lake. Clara, as you all are walking along, the hours starting to get a little bit later, the light starting to dim, you see a herd of elk among the trees. And as you all are walking along, one of them, they seem to be grazing. As you're further away from the foothills of Kresk, and here is a light dusting of snow on the ground, but not nearly as covered as it was in Kresk. The elk suddenly, head goes up and turns toward you, and you notice that it has its antlers have not shed yet, and they're glowing, multiple colors, some kind of strange mutation or magical effect. You're not sure, but as it sees you, it lets out a bleat, and you see all of the other elk suddenly look up at all of you, and they dart off into the undergrowth, quickly getting lost in the mist.
Can I do a nature check?
Chance, have you ever seen anything like that? Oh, beautiful.
I don't know. Can I do a nature check on that? Have I seen this?
Yeah, go ahead and make a recall nature check.
May I also do that?
You could absolutely make an esoteric lore check.
Slay! Fucking beans. What were my numbers again?
I don't know.
Don't tell me.
They're
I
your
got it.
numbers.
Don't tell me I got it.
Okay. You got it.
You're a big boy!
You are a big boy.
No, don't tell me that.
You're a tough tootin' baby.
I like that one. Thank
You said it first.
I think it's that.
Is homophobic to repeat you now?
It is.
Aster, you have never seen anything like this. They're clearly elk, and not some kind of creature masquerading as an elk, but beyond that, you've never heard of kind of mutations. Chance, you can tell that this is definitely magical in nature. This far into Wolfrun, there's certainly a lot of natural predators of the elk. But glowing antlers is probably not a helpful natural evolution to help prey escape predators that you're aware of, which tells you that it must be magical in origin rather than natural in origin. I think you'd at least be certain that that's probably not something that the forest folk would do.
So, I'm guessing, people have herds of elk that they keep?
I think you would know that the elk are wild. You don't know. There's not a significant shepherding community in Barovia.
Okay.
The extent of shepherding is usually relegated within the walls of the towns. It's more farming than shepherding. So cows, goats, stereotypical farm animals, sure. Wild herds of elk or horses or anything like that, they're just wild. It's not worth the danger of trying to corral them when there are dangers in the woods.
I've never seen anything like that. It's not exactly good for the elk.
You think somebody enchanted it for a purpose? It didn't seem malevolent.
And it makes them very visible to predators.
Do you think they were marked so they would be easier to hunt?
Perhaps, or maybe it's a ward against them being hunted. Maybe they're bait.
And they're gone, right? They took off.
Yeah, you guys were not being particularly stealthy, so you spooked them and they ran off.
Can I look up where they were and see if I see anything else, like humanoid or?
Sure, make
Anything
a
funny they
perception
were
check.
munching on?
You go over to the area, and you see a dead wolf with strips taken out of its hide. A lot of deer-shaped tooth marks.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Eating it?
I don't think there's.
Is it a wolf? Like just a
It's
regular
wolf.
wolf?
A regular wolf.
I feel like you guys know this, but deer aren't carnivorous creatures.
Actually, they
No.
can be.
What do you mean they can be?
Opportunistic?
Yeah, and they can be very brutal, especially during certain times of the year.
Well, I know that one. Goring is a thing, and that's terrifying.
But eating, and I've never seen them eat a wolf. Like usually, if it's going to be opportunistic, they're not going to kill the creature themselves. So the strips that you say are taken out of it, is it like the bite marks are the strips, or is there strips?
Like they were peeling the skin off like bark off a tree.
I mean, if they found it dead already, does it look like it was trampled to death or gored, or was it just already dead?
Make a medicine check.
I can help with that.
Are you just going to roll one, or do you want me to make it with advantage? I don't have a great medicine.
There's no advantage in
I-
Pathfinder.
Can I roll medicine too to see,
Or-
try to see how it
If you
died?
want, one of you could roll it, and the other of you could attempt to aid.
I'll roll it.
Please.
Public or
Okay.
private?
Ignore mine.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
public. It's fine.
let her roll. Sorry. This is why she rolls the medicine checks.
I am an expert.
A lot of the corpse has been eaten, but you do see signs of blunt force trauma, like hooves or antlers.
It's almost like they trampled it. Doesn't seem like it was killed by a hunter or by natural causes.
I mean, maybe they've evolved to fight off the predators that they have to face. I've never seen it before.
Perhaps it was a blessing, so that they could exist in peace, or withstand the strength of the evil that lurks in these woods.
Did I get a sense for whether the glow on the antlers was divine or arcane?
I'd say they weren't around long enough for you to tell.
Okay.
Definitely not natural, but whether it's occult or divine or arcane in nature, you don't know.
Can I do a religion check to see what I remember about the three ladies of Barovia?
Yeah, that would be
If
an
you
occult check.
Occultism. But can it be religion though?
I'll
It
make
can
an
be
occultism check.
Secret, please.
You do occultism, I'll do religion.
If he lets me.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Dad, can I
If
do a
you're interested.
goldism?
Clara, I don't think you've gotten enough information at this point, essentially.
That's fair.
Aster,
Hello.
you spent... What?
Hello.
You spent a little time... there was maybe a book in the Abbey that you read that detailed it a little bit. Not in the monster section, but...
Mm-hmm.
The three ladies were the Seeker, the Weaver, and the Huntress. You know that they had their preferred forms. The Huntress would have been the one whose domain was that of wildlife. And she was probably the least forgiving of the three ladies. Much like nature itself is, at its worst, uncaring. But nothing that you read you remember anything about giving prey animals predator-like instincts or anything like that. Not that you recall reading, at least.
I wonder what happened over the past 10 years that may have caused this change.
Do you think it's worth following them, or should we continue on our path?
Are they heading in the direction we're trying to go, or are they away from us?
It looked like a way.
They kind of... It was hard to see through the fog and the mist. They kind of scattered. I don't think any of you saw if they were headed in a specific direction.
I think we should let them be. I wouldn't want to be under the hooves of those.
Well, it looked pretty nasty.
You just climb a tree.
It's very foggy.
There's a lot of them.
That's fair.
It is also starting to get fairly dark at this point. You all have been walking for easily half the day, and you started in the afternoon. Probably close time to make a camp.
We should probably
Survival
least-
checks for campsite.
move away from the wolf so that they can come back and finish their meal if it is their meal.
I think that is a wise idea.
Should we make camp?
I'll do a
Yeah.
That seems like a good
survival
idea.
check for camp.
I will also do it.
You know, I just bought this lovely thing called the Kingmaker Companion Guide that has rules. for
Whoa,
camping.
really?
Wow, what is that? Please tell us.
Jonathan, are you
Uh,
playing Kingmaker?
We'll talk about it later.
Jennythan, what are you
Still gonna
going
be-
to advertise for us
Don't worry
today?
about it. No, not now. Not now. Later. We're in the middle of a game.
Sorry, spoilers, you're right.
Tee tee. I'm just a rat.
So this is a prepare campsite action. This is going to be a survival check, yes. For one person looking for a campsite, or if you all want to look for a campsite, you can all make survival checks, and this can be
I have
upfront.
+9.
I have plus 11.
Plus 11.
Sly, one of you guys do it.
We both just rolled one.
I could just go get sticks.
If anybody cares.
If anybody cares, I'll go get firewood. I mean,
Aster just comes back with like 2 sticks. I found some sticks.
Hey guys,
I have stick.
I did it!
It's a really nice stick.
Very good.
Just pats Aster's head. You find the perfect spot for camp. You move away from the carcass of the wolf, still within sight of the lake. Just this nice opening in the forest that can easily set up your tents and rolls and set up a nice campfire to cook a meal.
Who's cooking tonight?
I usually do.
Chance cannot cook.
Do you mind actually if I try it out? I'm feeling spontaneous tonight.
Yeah, but
By
what
all
happens
means.
if like a piece of your hair falls in the food again?
Again?
I've not cooked for us before. That was someone else, clearly.
Yeah, but like that one time, do you remember when you were helping serve and then like a little bitty like flaked off into the food?
Who are you talking about?
You literally fall apart sometimes.
I
I'm
remember
so
that
sorry.
clearly.
Thank
That was
you.
a while back, yeah.
It was a little gross.
Thank you, Ireena. I totally remembered that you were here, and I love that you're sitting on that log right there.
So far,
Yes,
nothing has
and
fallen
with us,
off me.
Danny.
Yeah.
So far, nothing has fallen off of me today. So
Oh, hold on. Wait, I'm
we're-
sorry.
we're
I think I just heard
standing.
yes and.
Danny is going to reach through the camera and punch you.
Just fucking choke the shit out of me.
We'll put you in a creek of shit. Literal shit.
There is
So
like
while they're fighting over who's going to cook dinner and apparently cook dinner, Chance is gonna pull out all the chicken bones and the wire and start putting the chicken together, and it's still live.
There does not seem to be any kind of animating influence to it. I'm not even gonna have you roll a sense motive. You get the sense that it was literally a prank that Jenny pulled, that it just like there was some kind of enchantment on it to make it squawk once and then just fall apart.
That's even more amusing. She'll still put it together and like armature
Yeah,
it together as
Love
a
it.
posable chicken skeleton, and then she brings it over to Aster.
Alright, what is that?
It was over in Jenny's thing. I just thought it was amusing, but
Oh, I
know you
remember
can't
the
have your-
bones, but why do you have...
she gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
But I figured you might. Shush. Sorry. Figured you might. I know you can't have your other chicken back, but this one at least can't die. Shush.
It's making a lot of noises, though. How are you doing that?
Ventriloquism.
Oh my gosh, that's Prospero with his new ring! Come on! Yes, and...
I'm not wasting the thing tonight.
But we're literally going to bed.
I'm cooking.
Reina is going to backseat drive while you're cooking, and just be like, you could add spice. No, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want.
I'd like to roll a performance check to see how well I cook.
Hold on.
Clara's just sitting by the fire and knitting and
So Aster, you have a
Um,
posable chicken skeleton.
Oh
a
my
meal.
gosh, thank you so much. I will cherish this
cooking-
forever.
Cooking a meal is actually either a survival check or a cooking lore check.
What is cooking lore?
It's lore for
If you
cooking.
have- it's
Oh,
it's
lore
only
for
if you
cooking.
have that lore specifically, like from your background.
Okay. I will use the what's the +5 thing that I have? Or is it +4? No, it's +2. What am I saying? The jack of all trades thing.
Right.
That thing. Can I? Actually, can I try to make a performance check in addition to the survival check that I need to make?
Listen, I like to think that I grant a lot of leeway on things. I
Sure.
don't think how good a food tastes has anything to do with your plating technique.
Yeah, but don't you remember that one guy that was like, salty, wow. The Riz, come on. The Riz.
I will let
Really?
you make a performance check to aid yourself. If you
Thank you.
succeed on it, it'll give you another +2 circumstance bonus.
I appreciate that. I will take it. Performance.
This is me making up
That
for
is
That is a
critical
nat
success.
fucking 20.
And you
Wow.
are an expert. So you actually get a +3 to your cooking
Salt
check.
Bake Prosper over here.
So this is
Riz.
total
So a survival
plus-
plus jack of all trades +3 circumstance bonus, so +5.
Oh, but with the way he falls
Plus
apart, it'd
five.
just be like flakes of his skin.
Ugh, I hate it.
Just
No.
some nice little garnish.
Seasoning.
It's sea salt, excuse you.
I know, Ireena was like, use seasoning. And he's like, I got them.
Okay.
Yeah,
25.
I will leave this call right now, David.
Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
You prepare a perfectly serviceable meal. Everybody gets a +1 status bonus to your saving throws until you finish your next daily preparation.
What?
Ooh. Look at you go, Prospero.
Dang! Raina's gonna take a bite and be like, "All right, I
What
stand
what
corrected."
is it that you cook, Prospero?
It's a ham sandwich.
What? No.
You're just in the
Um,
zone right now.
I really
you?
am so sorry.
Oddly enough, crustaceans are found everywhere. In
You are right by a lake.
in all, or yeah. So he found some mud crabs, and he was just like, "Oh fuck yeah, I'll grab these fucking things." So he found mud crabs, and he remembered like some dude off the chains, and he was like, off the chain islands in the cerulean blue, and he would make these mud crabs in a way that it was just like fully skinned, like deep fried with a bunch of seasonings, and it just tasted fucking amazing. It's like the only way he knows how to prepare freaking mud crabs, and it's over a bed of rice. So it's delicious. It's salty, it's fatty, it's limey, it's good.
Backwoods paella. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You-
Sounds delicious.
You mentioned mud crabs,
Yeah,
and for some
actually.
reason, I pictured, like, Prospero's like, I got it, and then dove into the lake, and was like, came out with, like, all these crabs, and was like, I'm ready!
You know what? I will actually yes and that one. That did happen.
Hey, yo!
He caught all the mud crabs by himself.
I
With
picked,
his
feels
bare
right.
hands.
yeah.
While that's going on and you all are eating, I think Ireena saddles up next to Aster while you're eating.
Oh, hi.
Um,
Hello.
It's pretty good. I don't suppose you were going to look into the tome at all tonight.
I can. Do you want me to? Also, you look like you have an itch to scratch. Is everything okay?
Just I just want to know more about everything that's going on, and I'm just hoping that maybe there's something about Sergei in there again.
I can try. I mean, I'm always willing to try.
You're much better at that than me, so I would appreciate it.
Well, you also have plenty of skills outside of my range of scope, so...
Right. I wasn't poo-pooing on myself. I was just...
Okay.
Thank you, Asta.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do it soon because firelight by a lake kind of thing. Are you okay? You look like you have to poop.
No, I went earlier.
Sorry, it's just that you told me that you did.
Shit,
She's a bitch that shits. Oh my god, slay, Ireena. Wait. Can I ask a favor, since you are making a very direct request of me, and I don't usually get that from you?
Of course.
Will you do a tarot reading with Ireena and I want her to teach me, and I wanted to see if I could do one with you. I mean, fucking Taroka, thank you.
Sure, of course. Why do you need me? I mean, I feel like Reyna's better at that.
Yeah, but I wanted to practice, and if I do one for Ireena, I feel like I might like she would have too many hats in that situation. Like, she can't teach me and also read her own reading when I'm trying to do it. Like, I feel like it's a mixed signal kind of thing, and you're a third party, and you're right here, and also.
Yes, yeah. Yes, sure. That's reasonable.
Nice. Do you want some sunflower seeds? I was eating them with my food, because...
Where do you keep getting those?
I have, like, a pocket, and then another pocket of some pumpkin seeds, and then another one of some nuts.
Sure. Sounds delightful.
Alright, here you go.
She very awkwardly eats the sunflower seeds.
Out of my hand?
No, she takes it and puts it in her hand, and the first one, she just pops the whole thing in her mouth and just swallows it.
Ah!
Oh, it doesn't taste like much of anything.
Okay, look at me. And then you take the one inside, and then you throw the seed out.
Oh, I see. She obviously the first time she's eaten sunflower seeds, a little awkward trying to figure out how best to do it, but eventually she gets the hang of it.
Thanks. I'm gonna finish this and then I can do it. That's okay.
All right. Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Anyone else doing anything before Betty bye?
Terra has... I forget what color Ashai said that she liked, but Clara has just about finished her current project, and she smiles, and she looks at Ashai, and she puts the project in her bag, and she picks out some bright red yarn. She starts knitting something else.
Ashai, who is totally here and participating. I think Ashai's probably throwing dirty looks at Ireena.
She's been through it.
Everyone's been through it. Alright. Okay, anyone else? Or
Reyna's taking out her rope and she's affixing the crystals onto the rope to make a necklace.
Cute.
Speaking of crystals, I gotta show you the rocks I bought for Colette.
So, Aster, were you going to do the Taruka first, or?
Yes, Jonathan, I will do the book reading.
I'm literally asking you what you're doing.
I know what you want, alright? Ginger Man, I'm gonna do it.
This is literally Ireena and not me.
Oh, that's so crazy. It's like you play Ireena. I'm gonna make a society roll, right?
Ireena that I would never have made myself.
We live in a society. Okay.
Yes, a society check, please.
Okay, and then
DC is getting higher.
I keep forgetting I get a bonus for my this one, the Eldritch. Oh no. My strange script. It's a +2. Okay. I just want to double check it was a +2.
Yeah, you're
+2, odd.
um,
Alright. Kerchow.
Kerchow. You start to translate the next section. It's taking you quite a while. Partially due to its length. It's much longer than the previous entries that you've decoded up to this point. But you can also see, at this point you've decoded a bit of the tome and you have an idea of what Strahda's penmanship is like. The penmanship on this page seems shaky. You would almost think of it as like, I'll say make me a sense motive check.
Sense motive. Kerchow.
You feel anger from these words that are written on these pages. But you only get a short way through decoding this segment tonight. You did not finish decoding it yet.
Oh, man. I feel like I'd spend a majority of my time trying to like I'm getting stuck and trying to figure it out. And then the firelight kind of like flickering back and forth, like it's throwing me off.
You get a little bit of a headache.
Yeah, like I'm getting a stress headache kind of a little bit. So I don't think I'll do the reading because I'm stuck on the book kind of thing.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything before you head to sleep, or?
Oh,
Right.
Clara will take first watch.
Okay.
Chance will take first watch with Clara.
Ireena?
Ireena was going to walk over to Prospero. Excuse me, but what ship did you say you sailed on? You're muted.
Wouldn't be a Strahd night without Danny being muted.
Hee Tee.
It was the Gold Legrand.
That's...
Why do you ask?
My mother told a story about a ship by that name. My mother says she was a storyteller. That was her entire thing. We would travel through the plains and she would tell stories. She would collect them as if they were rocks or crystals. She would tell these stories to anyone who would listen, and she told a story about that ship and the captain that manned the ship.
What kind of story?
I don't remember, if I'm being honest. But I do remember it was my favorite as a child. It was just about the most fearsome pirate and pirate crew of the seas, and they would pillage, but they weren't like the other pirates. They wouldn't cause as much harm. I remember in the story. And there were so many goofy crew members. I can't exactly remember names or personalities really, but I remember hearing about them. And it's just funny because perhaps she heard of your ship somewhere along the way and started telling stories of it. I don't know that she's ever been to Cordova. That's where you're from.
What was your mother's name?
Kiri?
Would I recognize any name by the name of Kiri?
I don't know. Woody?
Man, why you gotta make me Reyna's dad?
No!
Wait a minute! Hold on, Grandpa!
No!
That is not where we were going with this.
Is this the gentleman situation? Are you Jester? This is what you want to yes and?
Reina, I am your father.
This is not this. No, we did not.
Nobody tell Cork what's happening. Nobody tell Cork.
It'd be illegitimate. I mean, like, Prospero in his younger years was a one and done kind of captain.
Does Reina know her dad?
No!
I don't know the name. I apologize. If I had, obviously I would have probably loved to meet them.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm not talking. It just made me think of her. That's all. You would have loved her. She tells stories just like you. I can't tell stories quite as well as she does, but she was amazing. She kept everyone entertained.
How old are you again? You're in mid-20s, right?
Not quite.
30s.
37.
Oh, well, alright. Well, once you get to be an old, fugly skeleton like me, then, you'll get really good at telling those stories.
Maybe. I always
As for...
I
You go
always
ahead.
hoped that I could tell stories like she did. I could catch some of that magnificent entertainment, but I never quite could.
Interesting.
That's all.
Alright.
You see Prospero kind of like cracks a slight grin when looking off, when Reina kind of just walks off. And he just kind of goes about just making his nightly preparations.
It's like in Fantasy High where it's like, could be your dad.
My
There
dad.
is a possibility, however slim.
You are my dad.
You are your own dad.
My dad. Boogie
Am I my own dad? Unless anyone has anything else, you all start to put down your cots and your tents and settle in. It is a bit nippy this far up into Wolfrun, although not nippy. Although thankfully this clearing does not have significant snow on the ground. There's a bit of frost maybe, but hey, keep it PG-13.
Mine are out of frame. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't talking to you. And Clara and Chance take first watch.
Reina's gonna stay up and sift through her journal.
Okay. Ireena walks past you as you start to look through the journal. And she just stops for a second and looks at you and says, I suppose she's written anything back?
She has.
She kind of looks expectantly at you.
Reina will open the page to where she's written back.
Well, let me know how it goes then.
I will.
Goes to her tent and bedroll.
Sad. They're not sleeping together tonight.
No.
I will cry. Okay.
Cry, bitch. Clara and Chance, if you two would make me secret perception checks.
You got it.
You got it. You guys talk about anything while you guys are on watch together, or?
Chance will probably go over, and she's got that cloak of feline rest, and just kind of like half drape it over Clara. So it's probably not very large, but try to. You said it's cold, so.
Clara will lean against Chance.
I know that the cure isn't an easy path. I know it's dangerous, and that you haven't had people to rely on for a very long time, but if you could trust me, I would do my best to help you through it.
She said it's also dangerous for you.
How is it dangerous for me?
Oh, she said it was dangerous for both, didn't she?
No, she
I
didn't.
thought she said that it would. Never mind. Okay, come on. Retcon that. I'm just right now. I don't see how it will work, and I don't see how that child can be saved if that's how it works.
Between Cyrus, between all the potions and medicines Siegfried might have, I know what it is to feel small and feel helpless, but I've also been on the edge of despair and almost ended myself because of it. And sometimes you can't win. Sometimes you are too small. Sometimes you are not strong enough, but you give up before something has even happened, before you've even let yourself try, then you're already dead. And I don't intend to let any of us die.
Again. We've all kind of died once already.
Well, previous deaths notwithstanding.
She smirks a little and just playful shove.
We're going to get out of here.
I'd like to leave. I've never seen it anywhere else.
Maybe we could go to the ocean. Once I have a chance to visit my mama.
With the tales that Prospero says, I mean, piracy sounds fun.
I don't know about piracy, but I would like to see the ocean.
Me too. just look over to everybody else out in the camp and be like, "We sure are a mess of a group, aren't we?"
Yes, but I think we all fit together rather nicely. Or at least we are starting to.
Yeah, I think we're getting raveled up together in our stories enough that maybe we can work together.
That is good to hear.
Oh, I gave Aster's a dead chicken. I was hoping it would still come back to life, but I think it's
Maybe
just
we could. I mean, he likes trinkets and treasures and toys.
It's true.
Make it into a little.
Yeah, it's posable. He can scare people with it, maybe.
Yeah, use it as a puppet. Have a little puppet show. Maybe next time we catch something for dinner, we save the bones and we can give him something to play with the
Just get
chicken
a whole
again.
array of different animals. Just I have more wire. We could do that.
Aster looks like he loves that idea.
You're
Aster's
asleep.
Speaking of Aster, however, Aster,
Oh no.
Hi.
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 What is Aster dreaming about?
I don't know.
Dead chickens.
Like a fun dream or like a dream.
I don't know. What would Aster be dreaming about tonight?
Okay. I'm gonna do another dice roll thing.
Okay. High is nice, low is bad.
Yeah. Did it not show? Hello?
You rolled it secret.
I clicked public. The audacity.
The caucasity.
The caucasity. Roll. Public roll. Go. 12. Okay, good dream.
Well.
Good dream. Aster is at the lake bed that we are now,
Mm-hmm.
but it is lush and green. The water is
The water.
the water is clear. The water is clear. The water is clear.
Unbelievable.
The sun is shining brightly. Wisps of clouds in the air, not obscuring anything, but providing pockets of little shade. He's sitting at the lake's edge, picking at the petals of flowers. It's one of those dreams where you can't, people are talking, but you can't perceive what the words are, kind of thing. He's talking to someone. And it's one of those things where it's like, I know who they are because I see them in my periphery, but because they're in my periphery, you can't, you, the person perceiving the dream, can't see who it is.
As you are having this dream, the voice is kind of fuzzed out. Aster is an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up in an orphanage.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know his parents, although Teddy was as close as you probably could be without being blood related, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
In your dream, the voices kind of fade out, and you hear one voice come to the forefront, a feminine voice. You hear it say, There you are. And you feel what can only be described as a motherly presence that embraces you. The feeling of safety, of being cared for. A warm embrace.
I turn my head to look across the water and around me. Do I see anything?
The dream snaps and you wake up. Meanwhile, Clara, during your talk with Chance, you're keeping a look out, doing your watch. And you see, it's very quick. You see a flash of light in one of the trees. Like reflected moonlight. But the moon is like behind you, over the lake.
Mm-hmm. Like it's in something's eyes, maybe.
Eyes, or like a blade, maybe, or something reflective. Just there's a lot of things that could be reflective.
Chance. Look over there.
I will look where she is pointing.
You see the flash too. Very quick. It's in one of the trees, very, very high up, and through like several layers of leaves.
Wait, I have an idea. I'm gonna touch the bracelet of Ravenkind. I think that's how does it work that we talk to them?
You can activate it to talk with ravens, but normally you can understand ravens by default.
Okay. I will get up and slowly walk over to the tree and look up.
Don't go too far.
I'll get up and I'll follow her. Nobody's going anywhere alone. And I'm just constantly glancing back towards the rest of the folk.
You're just approaching the tree?
Just slowly looking up, seeing if because you said it was a shine up in the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any birds or
no birds. Although as you like get closer and closer,
I'll put up my hands like, not
you
trying to
hear a feminine voice go, "Lost." Alright, peace, wait, one of you, are you pirates? Is Pale?
I think
You
that's what
see,
Prosperous-
a figure start to swing, like, down a couple of the branches, and land in front of you. A woman, very clearly, you would gather her garb is Vistani. Olive skin, long brown hair, a lot of volume to it, wearing an orange bandana, and a rapier and several weapons at her side. Clara, you notice that her right leg, the glint that you saw came from a prosthetic leg. You see this woman in front of you.
Pirate!
You fucking Velia us. I swear to God.
Freaking
Hello.
Ezmerelda!
The name's Ezmerelda. Ezmerelda de Avenir. I mean, no harm. It was just, I saw your campfire and decided to come check and see who was in the area.
You
All
said
the way up a
Ezmerelda,
tree?
right?
Ezmerelda, yes.
I think we found your wagon. Or
You
was it the wagon by the
found-
tower?
There was a deck of Taropa cards in there that had the name Ezmerelda on it.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah.
wait. You found my wagon.
Yeah. By a tower?
You wouldn't also happen to be the ones who stole everything from inside it, would you?
Not everything? We got a chicken.
She just like puts her head in her hands and is just like, you know, as far as first impressions go, this is probably not the best.
I mean, as far as first impressions go, you waited till our team was asleep, crawled up a tree, and started watching us like a creep, so you're not exactly on the finest foot either.
Do you know where we are?
No.
We're in Barovia. You take what you can get and you use what you have.
Right. So, forgive me for making sure that the people I was checking out weren't going to kill me on the spot.
I mean,
And
the way your
forgive us for
wagon
using
was, you were going to
supplies
kill
that
them on the spot.
Yes, you got around that trap very keenly.
Honestly, it was just pure dumb luck.
You know what? Why don't we go and have a seat and we'll discuss things over a meal. Do you have anything left? I smelt something on the air.
Oh yeah, he cooked something really good.
A little bit of rice.
I'm gonna go.
Prospero would like to slump awake and go. What's going on? Who are you?
You remember that wagon we found? It was her wagon.
Minute.
I'm only looking at Ez right now.
You see
And-
her hand is on her rapier. And she's looking at you like very keenly, like she's trying to figure out like what you are, if you're a danger. It's very
take
clearly like do I need to fight this guy?
Let's
No.
take your hand off your weapon and sit down.
Clara, I
Apologies.
appreciate your concern. I'm fine. I'm just curious. Have we met?
I think that I would remember meeting someone like you.
Not here. On a boat. Elsewhere. This wasn't always brown, it was purple. Gold trim. Had a lot nicer hair back then. Had a lot more hair back then. And then I take my hat off and...
You see her just like... Prospero? I'll be damned. What the hell happened to you?
I knew it was you. And I take my pistol out and I aim it at her.
No.
Okay, Raina's gonna wake up at this, at everyone yelling.
Clara's frantic.
Where's my fucking ring?
What?
Whoa.
Listen!
Wait,
Don't shoot anybody. You don't stab anybody.
Aster jolts
We're not-
awake and goes, Mom!
Having a conversation.
You'll have to jolt my memory. Preferably not with a bullet, though.
Does Raina know Ezmerelda?
You do not know Ezmerelda.
Shit, come on, give me this!
You wake up and you see a woman clearly in like Vistani garb. You could make a society check.
Live in a society.
I don't know what the fuck this world has done to reunite you and I, but the last time we met, she was a member of my crew. Well,
Very
She-
shortly.
she briefly was a member of my crew, but she stole something from me.
It was more of a transfer program more than anything.
I mean, to be fair, we did take stuff from her.
Like,
You know what? That's a fairly good point. How about we call it even then, Prospero?
cult even when you hand me the ring that I so rightfully stole myself back.
You never even told me
Granted,
what that ring did.
Granted, 50 or 60 years is a long fucking time, and you've not aged a fucking day. Meanwhile, I'm dead and I've aged quite a bit.
50 years? No. It's only been 3.
You're gonna need to sit down and explain yourself then.
Right.
Clara, do you have that bowl of rice and crab? Maybe just to keep things civil.
You can keep the chains crab over yonder. This lot's too good for it.
She sits down in front of the fire.
Sarah digs a kettle out of their camp supplies and pours some water in it.
Chance is gonna sit between Prospero and her so they don't kill each other.
Ireena, you have heard of Ezmerelda. She came from a Vistani family that was not the best. They weren't like all the worst stereotypes of Vistani, but they weren't like they weren't abusive, but they were probably, you would say, absent. And Ezmerelda is like the black sheep that ran away from home. You haven't heard much of her beyond that, though. She sits down, says, well, what the hell are you all doing in Barovia? It's not exactly where...
We asked you a question first.
Alright. Remind me the question?
How's it only been 3 years for you and 50 years for me?
Who the hell knows? Mists do weird things.
I mean, it's been 10 years for me.
Have you been able to go back and forth so easily?
I'm Vistani.
You're going to need to explain a little bit more than that.
The Vistani have free reign through Lady Strahda's lands. We can traverse the mists at will, and she does not prevent us from leaving or entering. That said,
I already
did-
explained this.
I did wind up in a few other domains that were not quite so nice. Met a fellow that trained me for a bit, and then wound up back here. I was going to go looking for the fellows that usually stick around Vallaki or the Terra pool, and when I stumbled across some not so nice people here in Wolfrun, and been trying to get more information, but it's hard to come by.
Those people wouldn't be druids, would they?
No, definitely not. One of them, fairly certain, was one of Lady Strahda's sisters, and the other was werewolf, if I read it correctly.
Just kind of like pull her arm back.
Sorry, you've run into them.
I was hiding. I'd seen them wandering about before. They were using this one area of Wolfrun as a meeting spot, so I decided to hunker down for a day or two to see if I could eavesdrop on them, and lo and behold, I didn't get one of them. The sister, her name was Valenta. I know that much. The werewolf didn't get her name, though. It seems that she kidnapped someone from Kresk. They mentioned something about a ritual. Valenta said something about the Guru rising.
Do I know
Which-
what that is?
Make an occultism check.
Nothing on occultism. Blind or relic?
Blind. Guru, you're fairly certain is a term for a certain like clan of werewolves. Like a family name.
It's a... Interesting.
Anyway, what they sounded like they were up to did not sound like a good time for anyone else in Barovia. Haven't quite figured out where they're denning, but well, stumbled across you lot, and I don't know. Maybe we team up for old time's sake, Prospero?
You weren't a very good bosun when I had you on the boat.
No, that's not why you kept me around, though, was it?
I kept you around because you were a facet of hands.
Yeah, I was.
There's
you
more
cheek.
color on Clara's face right now than you've ever seen since you met her.
Chance is feeling very awkward sitting between them now.
Ireena dropped her fucking jaw, just like I did.
I'm gonna take.
You're quite cheeky. You're quite clever. Where the fuck's my ring?
Sold it a long time ago. Got me a pretty penny.
A shooter.
I am standing between you two. Please
I don't
shoot me.
care. I shoot her.
Chance did say she was literally sitting between the two of you.
So are you shooting me to shoot her?
I can shoot around you.
Can I try to stop it?
Make an attack roll. She'll have cover from Chance, we'll say.
Can I try to stop him, like knock the gun up?
The cover is part of the
Okay.
roll, so.
You're...
Attacks. Where the fuck are my attacks? Okay, there we go. I will. First, I will reload because I fucking wasn't sure if I had a actual fucking.
I saw you do
there.
it like several times, cocking the pistol, and
Yeah. I will strike with disadvantage. You said.
no, she's going to have cover from Chance being in the way.
Okay. I will roll. That's
yeah,
bad.
Chance like gets her hand up and just like knocks it into the air, and there's just an explosive report as the round just goes off into the air. You hear a number of birds just burst out of the trees and start flying over the lake. And she says, "You bloody! Obviously, I didn't sell it.
Fucking ungrateful! Fucking! I'm gonna murder you! Fucking bitch!
I didn't sell the damn thing, but I lost it.
Where?
Can we talk about this in the morning?
If we can get it
Pull my
this
sword
morning,
out.
because
Tell
now
me
you
where
just...
the fuck you might have lost that fucking ring right now.
The castle.
Wait, were you brought here too? Like...
No, I was not brought here.
At this point, with all the yelling, Clara has stepped firmly behind Ireena.
Aster is 100% behind Ireena. Like, who is this person? And he's having these like weird mixed feelings of maternal energy in his head.
Reyna's literally standing there like this, just like watching the drama unfold in front of her.
I went looking through Castle Ravenloft and might have run into a few of the defenders and traps there and might have dropped it somewhere in the catacombs.
It's literally it's
silent
like the
and,
freaking raptor
he's just-
meme.
is just fucking like seething, and he's just gonna like storm off into the like nearest bit of forest past fucking Clara and Ireena.
Oh, stop running into the forest, please.
See, he hasn't
Clara
changed.
looks at Ezmerelda.
What was that ring? What did you do?
I don't think it's my story to tell.
No. Who the fuck cares about this ring? I need to know. Were you sleeping with Prospero? Holy shit! I didn't know he had it in him. This is good. This is cheered me up. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Hope you enjoy the blackmail material.
Wait.
The issue is, he literally just alerted anything in this forest where we're at.
Wait, are you and Prospero my mom and dad?
Could be your dad.
God damn it, Gorgug.
Where did you?
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh
DM down! DM down!
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh my god, he's got a ring light. Wow, he's so bougie. Slay.
Ring!
Y'all talk about whatever. Chance's gonna go find Prospero.
Can we just all go to bed, please?
What if we all went after Prospero?
Well, I think it was the end of some of your shifts, so if you want to... I mean, I could stay up for the second shift.
I'll
With
stay
someone
for
if
the
you'd
second
like.
shift.
Sounds
That
fun.
makes
No, what? But I'll stay up because we don't know you. So
Okay, we can all stay up.
Asta,
No
I
one's
can
gonna get
handle
any
it.
sleep.
I promise. And I need to know everything.
I don't,
I don't
like
want
what this
to hear
look
it.
is.
I don't
Shit.
want to know. Good night. Good night. Have a good time. Good night.
Okay, but like, what about Prospero?
I'm sure he'll be
Chances
fine.
are.
Okay. I'm sorry about the mom dad comment.
Oh, it's quite alright.
I know that's like not even physically possible. I had a really weird dream. Right now, I'll tell you about it later.
Funny, so.
I'm just gonna. I like go
Clara,
and lay in Raina's sleeping bag.
No, Clara was gonna, once she had gone back to her bedroll, she was gonna hold up the edge of one of her blankets and be like,
Esther,
100%. Yeah, no, actually that one.
Tunnels in.
it's snuggle.
Yeah,
It's
snugs.
warm.
Warm.
Schnoogle.
It's snugs. It's warm.
So Chance goes after Prospero.
She's so tired of people running into the damn woods.
yeah, literally every time that's happened, something bad has gone down.
But narratively, it's
Listen.
fun.
You give
Yeah,
me
it
great
is.
narrative openings, I'm gonna take them.
I would expect nothing less.
Slay.
So, Prospero, what are you doing as you run into the nearby woods? Or stalk off, rather. You're muted.
Nice.
He's just stuck at a tree, arm on it, and like he's just like quietly sobbing to himself.
Chance, you walk up on this.
I've never seen him cry, first of all. She's gonna, like, gently put her hand on his back.
Away.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen.
Away.
She's gonna get in front of him and she's like, listen. If Yelling is not what we need to do in the woods right now. We already shot a gun, which means everything in this woods.
I'm just gonna go, like, continue walking away.
I am not leaving you. I'm going to keep walking. I will be the annoying person behind you. Just keep following him.
All right, so you guys do that. Act Ireena and I guess Ezmerelda apparently gossiping, chewing the scenery.
I just didn't think he hasn't shared a lot about his past, and it's just funny to see an ex walk up.
Yeah, it's just how life goes sometimes. I know my old man always used to say there was no such thing as a coincidence. Listen, there wasn't a lot in that wagon that I really considered valuable or like very important to me, but there was one thing that, if you all did steal all my things, if you could just give me this one thing back, I won't make a fuss about the rest. I just
hope you don't say the chicken. Just please don't say the chicken.
What happened to the chicken?
It's a touchy subject. We had it as a pet. It is now gone. The deep gone. Gone to the other side.
That's fine. It was just for eggs. No, the Tarokka deck. I suppose you still have that.
I do.
Oh, thank goodness. She just kind of like puts her hands out.
Ireena reaches in her bag and reluctantly puts it in her hands.
Unwraps it and looks at the inside where her name is and smiles. Wraps it back up.
I hope you don't mind that I've been using it. I lost mine a while ago, and it was nice to have another deck for a while.
I'm glad it got some use then. I could certainly I have could find you another deck. It can't be that difficult.
Yes, I would have gotten my own deck if it wasn't for finding yours.
Fair point. Just glad to have it back. So, Ireena, what about you? Any saucy tales to tell?
Saucy. I've got my ex in tow as well, so that makes two of us, I guess.
So a couple of ladies on the town then, single, ready to mingle.
Indeed.
You see her stretch out her leg, which if you hadn't noticed before, you notice now as she kind of like stretches out and massages where you imagine the connection between the prosthetic and her actual leg are.
Do you mind telling me how that happened?
Oh.
I'm sorry if that's insensitive. I maybe possibly should not have asked that. I apologize.
No. That's quite alright. You gave me back my deck. I wouldn't call it a touchy subject. It's just not something... I mean, it does come up a lot, but usually I just tell people a fancy lie. Why don't we talk a bit more before I decide whether I want to tell you the truth or a lie?
I can tell you something about me.
As soon as you say that, you hear, woohoo! And Az says, yes, sure, I'd love to hear something about you.
Before we go on, I just need to go.
Call of nature. I
Right.
understand.
I will be back.
Just keep an eye out for the dazzling duelist. Don't leave me here alone too long, or he might come back and blow my head off.
I'm sure Chance has a handle on that, but yes, I'll be right back.
Suppose we'll see. You head off in the direction of the hoot that you heard.
Sure do.
You don't have to go very long before you see the owl perched on a low branch, eyes unblinking.
She's gonna look around her surrounding areas.
Make a perception check. You look around. Nothing. Just the owl.
She's going to look at the owl and say, I told you I wanted to meet with you. I will not sit here and speak to this owl. And she's going to turn around and start to... What?
You turn around right into Strahda, right behind you. Then, by all means, let us talk. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh no! Oh, there she is!
She left.
Beat you up physically.
Yeah, probably.
She's gonna show up tomorrow at rehearsal. And just be like,
Listen, it's past midnight. We have rehearsal tomorrow. She's really coming to beat me up. She's just got... Okay, she's back. Thank you all for joining us in another terrible evening in Barovia. I think we'll be back next week. Possibly.
Yes!
Oh god. I think
I think we have a choice.
yeah, Jess will destroy me if we don't. So
She canceled plans for Pride to be here for next week.
She sure
making
did.
It worth her while.
Listen, if this isn't making it worth your while, I don't know what will. Thank you all for joining us. Have a good week, and we'll see you then. Bye.